Hello everyone, welcome back to the Will the Reaper channel. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking every Clash Royale EVO based on how annoying they are, from you have no friends to infuriating to tolerable to chill, like no one cares if you play the card. Based off my last video, I'm just going to preface that's my opinion, so if you disagree with me or have anything to say, just let me know in the comments down below. Last season, I came high as to 14,500 trophies. This season, I haven't really played it that much because of heroes and how they're breaking the game. I hate Supercell. But let's get right down into it. Evo Knight is tolerable. I mean, I guess it can be somewhat annoying, but in reality, it's a decent card. Like, yes, when it gets, like, tanked so much damage, it's like, oh, okay, well, it could just stop, a bunch of Sparky hits or whatever, but if you're using Sparky, you're a loser anyway. It's tolerable. No one minds. Barbarians are chill. Nobody cares. I don't think anybody uses this Evo. And if you are using the Evo, I say thank you because you make my life easier. Just a horrible Evo. Evo Firecracker is probably as annoying as it could possibly get. This card is infuriating. If literally just one rocket hits and breaks into 4 separate sections, you are basically going to lose the game. And if it get paired with Hog Rider, and then you put down like a mini P.E.K.K.A. or a Tesla or just something, and the Evo Firecracker just keeps hitting constantly and spreading all the damage out among every one of your troops. It's just melting all your troops. It's melting all your towers. It's the most infuriating Evo by far. I don't think there's one that's going to come close to it. I hate the Evo Firecracker. You have no friends if you use the Evo Firecracker. Evo Skeletons, it's tolerable. Everyone loves Skeletons, who doesn't? But, I mean, if you can't kill it and you don't have a counter, your whole push just gets wiped away, and then it's like, wow, that is kind of annoying, but it's not infuriating. It's like, oh, how could you play Evo Skeletons? Like, they have so much utility. Who wouldn't use them? Evo Mortar, you're infuriating. I mean, with my regular tier list, I put Mortar in infuriating because it's just an annoying card. And then you boost its utility by sending in a Goblin, and it's going to deal extra damage. It's not like it's horrible, but I don't know. It's just an upgrade. Evo Bats, no one cares about. You can wipe them out with Zap before they get their shield. No one really uses them. They can be good. If you don't have a counter to it, they could wipe out your tank or whatever pretty quickly, but in reality, it's just not that good. Evo Royal Giant, you have no friends. I mean, I think everyone saw this coming. It is super annoying, and especially if they have like Evo Hunter, or Fisherman, or just something. It's just so difficult. It can wipe out so many counters. You put a mini P.E.K.K.A. down, oh, it's just gonna get sent halfway across the map, and it's gonna get 2 more hits off. It is so annoying. You have to either have a building ready, or you have to have like a P.E.K.K.A. or Inferno Dragon or something like that. It's so annoying. It's so annoying to go up against. Same thing with Royal Recruits. The Royal Recruits themselves are just unbelievably annoying. You give them an Evo where, you have a wizard or a witch or a fireball and you break their shields off. Well, now they're just going to charge at you and deal extra damage and be even more of a threat on both sides of the field. Super annoying. I hate this card. I hate the Evo even more. I mean, whatever. Archers are tolerable. I mean, yes, they do a lot of damage, but if you have arrows, goodbye, archers. Evo Ice Spirit, no one, it's chill. It's literally chill. It's Ice Spirit. I mean, I guess it could be annoying, with having it freeze your troops twice, but like, I don't think anyone really cares about this card. Evo Valkyrie! Oh my god. Evo Valkyrie is going to be like right below the Evo Firecracker. It is literally one of, if not the biggest cop-out card when it comes to defense. Oh, there's a huge push in the way. Just put down Evo Valkyrie, and if she can tank a hit or two from whatever's push is coming down, everything's just going to get wiped out, including area units. It's not just push, it's not just merging in ground units, also merging every area unit. Say goodbye to your minion horde, your bats, skeleton army, your witch, your wizard, even your mini P.E.K.K.A. Literally everything. It is so annoying going up against the Evo Valkyrie. I hate that card so much. Evo Bomber, I mean, I don't think anyone uses this card. It was really annoying, but when it got nerfed into Oblivion, like, no one uses the card anymore. You get a free King Tower activation if you play around it correctly, and yeah, it's just not that good. Evo Wall Breakers, they're going to go right in front of the Evo Royal Giant. Actually, no, you know what? They're going to go in front of Evo Valkyrie. Let's be realistic. Evo Wall Breakers are just way too overpowering. Yeah, they will almost always get a hit in. You can log it, you can zap it, you can do whatever, fireball it, but they're gonna hop off their barrels and just deal like 700 damage to your tower, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you know what? If you put down a skeleton army or something, you know, it's just gonna explode and kill everything, and it's gonna deal a ton of damage to whatever you put down to stop it. There's really no stopping the Evo wall breakers unless you have a building or something, and it's really annoying. It is really annoying. Almost everyone objectively agrees that the Evo wall breakers just get so much value, and it should really be nerfed at this point. Evo Tesla's infuriating. I mean, the regular Tesla, no one cares about. It's like objectively like the second best building in the game. But just the fact that like it will shock everything. So let's just say of like a giant, you know, on the tower, and then you put down Evo Tesla like right in front of it, and then it shocks it. Okay, well now it's gonna reset its attack. It's really annoying. It is super annoying. It's not in the no friends category because it still is a Tesla. You know what I mean? But yeah, it could just be really annoying when it just deals a good amount of damage to everything and then just resets everything. Could be really dumb. Evo Zap. I mean, I don't think I've ever gone up against someone with an Evo Zap. And if I did, I probably wouldn't care that much. Everyone loves Zap. There's nothing wrong about the card. The Evo just makes it better. You get 2 Zaps. Whoop-de-doo. Evo Battering Ram is annoying. It could just deal a lot of damage. Has a lot of good value. If you can't deal with it with a building or something, it's almost game over. Regular Battle Ram's fine, but Evo is just, yeah, it's kind of infuriating. Evo Wizard is tolerable. I use Evo Wizard. It can be a cop-out card, depending on how you but depending on where you place it. You know, if you put it in the middle of a big push and everything gets knocked back. But unlike the Evo Valkyrie, it's just going to die in 2 seconds. So that's why it's tolerable and not you have no friends, because the wizard itself sucks. I need to find a replacement for it. But yeah, if you use it as, you know, a cop-out, you know, it's just going to die immediately. Then you wasted 5 elixir to stop a push. Evo Goblin Barrels, you have no friends. Hyperbait, Logbait, whatever it is. I hate this card so much. Especially because when I found out that the dummies aren't one shot. When I found out that the dummies, if they are over leveled and your tower is under leveled, it can take multiple shots to kill the dummies, which deals so much damage. It is so annoying. It is so annoying. If you use Goblin Barrel in itself is already kind of annoying because Hyperbait Logbait is just so annoying. Is the worst deck in the game. I hate Hyperbait. Everyone hates Hyperbait. All my homies hate Hyperbait. But if you're gonna do an Evo where now it's both towers and one of them could deal just as much damage as the other one with slightly less HP, super annoying. Super annoying. Based on the current state of the game, actually it's tolerable. Because if you use Goblin Giant in general, you're just annoying. But when this card was first released, I wasn't around for it, but I knew how annoying it was. But they nerfed it into Oblivion. Now nobody uses it anymore. Literally no one uses it. It's not a good card. Regular and Evo, it's just not a good card. Evo Goblin Drill, like, worse than the original Evo. Worse than the original Goblin Drill. It doesn't really matter that much. Evo Goblin Cage can be infuriating. I mean, you set up this huge push or whatever, this massive tank, and it's just going to get consumed immediately by the Goblin Cage. Kind of a cop-out card, but it can be understandable. P.E.K.K.A. I mean, the P.E.K.K.A. itself is already kind of annoying. I use P.E.K.K.A. And the P.E.K.K.A. gaining HP is kind of broken. Now, the Evo in itself is not that good. But if the P.E.K.K.A. somehow manages to get, like, over 1,000 HP off of its Evo, that's really good. So it can be kind of infuriating, but super easy to counter. So many things counter it. Evo Mega Knight, you already know it. You have no friends. because the Mega Knight in general is just so annoying. But then you have the Evo version, which can push back like everything. You know what I mean? You have a mini P.E.K.K.A, you have a P.E.K.K.A, and you have, I don't know why you'd be using E-bars or using E-barbs. Okay, now it's just going to push stuff back and then get another jump on it, and then another jump, and it is just so annoying. Yes, it can be somewhat easy to counter, but my cards are just way too underleveled, and I can't afford to switch out, into a cycle deck, but that's personal preference. This is my opinion. But even in the regular state of the game, Mega Knight's a mid-ladder menace, and just giving it an Evo where it can push back like half of his counters and just deal tons of damage, super annoying. People that use Mega Knight in general just have no friends. We all know it. Evo Electro Dragon is infuriating. The regular dragon in itself, not so great. The Evo isn't that great either, but in certain circumstances, it could just wipe out entire pushes, and that can be infuriating. You put down like a minion horde or a witch, and just all these other things, and it can, like that, just wipe out everything. It is a very cool mechanic, but it can be infuriating to deal with. Musketeer is tolerable. You need a good amount of skill to use it. I mean, having skill doesn't excuse how annoying it can be. But I mean, in reality, like, okay, it could take like your witch or your wizard out or something like that, and then it's, oh, okay, well, there goes that. Realistically, not that big of a deal. There's not a problem when I go up against it. Hero is something else, but I'm not doing heroes. Cannon is tolerable. Best defensive card in the game. I mean, its Evo just deals a good amount of damage to almost everything on the field. Not that big of an issue. You just take it on the chin and then advance towards it like you would with the regular cannon. Evo Snowball is you have no friends. Regular Snowball is not really much of a problem, but when you're saving up this big push and it all, like literally everything just gets sent halfway across the map back to you, it's a cop-out card. It is really annoying. It is a cop-out card. I don't care what anyone says. It is a cop-out card. You're failing on defense, just use the Evo Snowball. I hate the card. Evo Goblin, Dark Goblin. It's infuriating. I mean, it is infuriating. It can just deal so much damage to so many things. It could get killed by log, arrows, whatever, but I mean, man, when you have like a giant or royal giant or P.E.K.K.A or whatever, and you just see it die in like 3 seconds from the Dark Goblin, it's just annoying. It is so infuriating. But I mean, it has a lot of utility. Like, it makes sense why people use it. And it can be easily killed. And it's not really a cop-out card, because it could die from so many spells. So it's infuriating, but it's not you have no friends. Same with the Lumberjack. I mean, the Evo Lumberjack is kind of annoying, but you could just distract it with a building or with like a skeleton army or something like that. And that's not a problem. When it first got released and it could just keep surviving in rage, then it was a problem. Then you'd have no friends. But I mean, realistically, it's annoying how it can't die, and it could deal a lot of damage if it locks onto your tower. But it's not that bad to distract it. Still, though, when I do see the Evo Lumberjack, it is kind of infuriating. Evo Hunter, I mean, if it's with Evo Royal Giant, then it's a problem, but it's tolerable. It's not really that good. Just because it's not that good doesn't mean that it's like annoying or whatever, but it's just that, like, okay, you disabled one of my units, I'll just put another unit down, or like a lightning or something, and kill it. Evo Executioner, it's kind of infuriating. Actually, no, it's tolerable. It's tolerable. It has a lot of value. It is one of the best Evos. It is super, super good. But it's not really that annoying. Like, just, you kind of just play around it. You can just not put anything down until it crosses, and then put down a mini P.E.K.K.A and kill it in 2 seconds. But I can see why it could be infuriating, but if you know that it's just gonna show up, and knock everything back, just play around it, Evo Witch, you have no friends. I hate this card. Yes, it could get countered by lightning or whatever spell, but seeing it so many times is just annoying, and it can get a lot of value. It's not really super good of a card, but it can get a lot of value. When it does, it's annoying. I see it get paired with the Mega Knight all the time, the Evo Witch with Evo Mega Knight, and it's just annoying. Both cards are really annoying to deal with, and if you have both cards, especially together, you have no friends whatsoever. Evo Inferno Dragon, I've only gone up against this like twice. Just treat it like a regular Inferno Dragon. It's really not that difficult. I mean, it could be infuriating if it somehow charges it all the way and kills your tower in literally like 2.5 seconds, but that's probably not going to happen. So it's not that big of a deal. Evo Skeleton Barrel, it's infuriating. It is infuriating. The difference between the Evo Skeleton Barrel and the Evo Wall Breakers is that because it's slow, you can knock out both and deal with it without having any damage dealt to your tower, but it is still really annoying, still demands a lot of pressure and a lot of counter to it when it gets played, but nothing compared to the Evo Wall Breakers. And lastly, the Evo Furnace. When it first came out, it was super annoying. But now that it got nerfed and everything, it is still kind of infuriating because you know it's going to keep spawning fire spirits, especially when it attacks. And it could deal a lot of damage, but now that it got nerfed into Oblivion, it's really not that bad. But it is still infuriating because it's a furnace, and why are you playing furnace? That is it for all the Evos. I believe this is all the Evos that are out now. I don't think there's any more that have been updated. So if there are, then I may make a new video. But for right now, that should be every single Evo, ranked by how annoying they are. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, as it would truly help out a lot. And I hope you all have a great day. See ya.